Hey there folks, Santee at the Arizona Ghost Riders. Hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, what was that, a turkey? Okay, I'm getting better at this. I just want to let you know, since it's the holiday season, we have merchandise on sale. Mugs, hoodies, t-shirts, all for 25% off until the first of the year, I believe. Okay, let's get started. Art of the American West. Art of the American West is a fascinating genre. Westward expansion was documented a lot of ways: photographs, literature, and art. Think of the many folks who had never seen tall cactus, red plateaus, or a herd of bison. How do they capture these images for everyone to see? Artists sketched, and when they got to a suitable place to call a studio, painted what their minds and sketches remembered. Charles Russell actually worked as a cowboy in Montana. Frederick Remington was invited to travel out west on numerous occasions by the military to document their events. Both of these famous artists were painters as well as sculptors. Speaking of Western American artists, I was invited by Dan Hickman to attend an open house at his Bunkhouse Studio. You may remember him from the Chuck Wagon episode and the Texas John Slaughter episode. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Dan Hickman, artist at his Bunkhouse Studio. All this stuff is his. Everything you're seeing here, he didn't make the buffalo head.
Off we're gonna shuffle off the buffalo.
All the other stuff is your paintings and your sculptures, correct?
Paintings, photographs, everything in here, yeah.
Well, I noticed a lot of clay sculptures, but this one over here, this gentleman over here, he's bronze, right?
Right.
So the process of that is you take the clay sculpture down to a foundry?
To a foundry.
Okay.
And I taken they'll get this all in clay, and then they'll take and make a mold of it. And the mold will consist of several things on this. It's just not one piece mold or two piece mold. The feathers are all one mold. All the rosettes on both sides is another mold. All of this is fabricated.
That's actually bronze? These are not, these are... Oh
Actually,
my goodness! Wow.
This part down here might be just copper, but you can't tell where they attached it.
I see.
They do such a great job on.
And then you painted it when you got it back here, right?
I painted it after I got it back.
Did you paint his face?
Yes.
Okay, all right, yeah, because it looks a little different than the bronze color. Oh, that's amazing.
I use acrylic paints on it.
Okay. Are you happy with it?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, is this going to a museum or is this for sale or?
This is for sale.
Oh, great.
Everything I got in here is for sale.
What happened to John Slaughter? Where did he end up?
John Slaughter's in the History Museum up at the University of Arizona.
So how many hours a week do you spend in here? Maybe it's better to ask how many hours in a week do you not spend in here?
I spend a lot of time in here.
Yeah.
Between my paintings, these, I stretch out through time. I don't sit there and work on it until it's finished. I may have about 60 or 70 hours in this piece, to where other pieces I might not, but have 30 or 40 hours in it, depending on the size of it and the complexity of it.
And you've been actually sculpting and doing painting since 1982, did you say?
I've been painting as far back as I can remember.
Okay.
But I've been just doing sculpture since 1982.
That's great. I guess it's not fair to ask an artist this, but if you had your druthers, which one would you rather do, painting or sculpting?
Sculpting.
Sculpting.
I like sculpting. It's creating something that's going to be here for generations.
When I first met you, you had just come back from Wyoming or Montana. I can't remember which one.
Montana, yeah.
Montana.
Did a nice pack trip up there.
And you got a lot of inspiration from the Native American tribes up there as opposed to the ones down here, right?
Yeah, that and the landscapes. I love the landscapes. I enjoy doing it. As you see, if you look around, you'll see there's paintings of, it's a real famous barn up there. It's been photographed by many people up there off of Mormon Road. That's just right outside of Jackson Hole.
Okay.
And
neat.
other things. But Native Americans, I enjoyed creating them.
Yeah.
His name is Chief Sitting Bear. He was a chief and a warrior and a medicine man of the Kiowa tribe.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. And did you take that off of photos?
Off of photos, yes.
Off of photos, right.
He died in a battle in 1871.
Wow. That's great. Well, thank you so much for letting me check out your studio, and I really appreciate it. And, you know, as always, I think you guys do a great job. I wish I was creative with my hands like you are.
Take my class.
Okay, okay, fine.
Look, if anybody ever want to come see my studio, give me a call, 520-591-2642. I'm retired, and we can get together.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Please tell me your name.
My name is Jeanne Richards.
Jeanne, and tell me, what kind of artist are you?
I'm basically a pencil artist. I do some oil paintings as well, and I do a lot of pet memorials.
Oh.
And every now and then I do a live pet, which is really a lot of fun. I generally work off of pictures rather than the live dog because they just won't sit still for me.
Right. I really like your artwork, so...
Thank you.
And you happen to know this guy over here, huh? Pretty well?
I do. I know Jeanne very well. Yes, he's my life partner. He's a good guy.
That's good. Well, it's been just such a joy knowing you guys and seeing the change that's happened since the last time I was out here shooting the chuck wagon sequence. This place was a skeleton, and now it's pretty much a museum.
It's a little functioning town.
Yeah,
right,
that's great.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you guys keep the spirit of the Old West alive, so we appreciate you.
We enjoy it. Thank you.
Folks who can create works of art like these truly amaze me. Jeanne and Dan are not only gifted artists, but they're great people as well. Not to mention their property is a ranch with sheds that are transformed with Old West facades. Yes, the chuck wagon is still there. I'll put a link to the Bunkhouse Studio in the description field if you want to know more. Now, I don't go to many art galleries.
The gallery will be closing in 5 seconds.
But the art of the American West makes itself known to me frequently. From Bob Bowes-Bell's amazing illustrations in True West magazine to the landscapes and sunsets cinematographers are able to capture. I plan to highlight some other artists who bring to life the Old West in future episodes. Here we go. Want to see my art? What do you think?
Pew, 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 pew.
Well, folks, that's it for another episode. Thanks for watching. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on
down the trail.
What?
We'll see you on down the trail. We'll see you on down the trail. We'll see you on down the trail.
I'm sure that probably harder to get them to stand still when they're alive, though, right?
Well, usually
I'm going to have to cut that. That was insensitive.